Wait, after Kenneth, I was like,
Autopilot.
Iskawa, I can go home.
Bruh. I actually loved that performance. We should talk about that performance.
Kenneth thing.
If you guys want.
No, he's.
No,
But if
I remember I actually snapped you one.
I'll sing you.
I really enjoyed that performance.
Mark, you went for that one?
No, I was at Reminisce.
Oh, that's the same day that I had Reminisce.
I was supposed to go to Reminisce, but I finished so late.
Man, I've never gone for Reminisce.
That was my first
crazy.
full Reminisce. I've always
crazy.
showed up like at the end somewhere. That doesn't count. This was my
I've
first
not gone for
actual
Reminisce. I've not gone for Strictly Soul.
I've not gone for that one, and I don't intend. Simanire.
This one would be nice to go because there's aim and Cass, but
Yeah. Like it's Monday, knowing that Tuesday is a public holiday. But I say it's me still. As in, I be doing what?
I mean, see, it's on the other side.
Like, as in.
What's wait? What do you mean? When is Reminisce?
It's on Monday.
No,
I mean on
Strictly Soul
is on
not-
Monday.
Oh, I'm like Reminisce. Strictly Soul is on Monday.
Yeah.
Good.
Eh? Welcome to the Tribe UG Podcast Season 5, Episode 3. We're in the building. It's your boy, the Count Markula, and we're ready to take you for another trip. But of course, today, as you can see, the set has changed. But let me first let my partners in crime introduce themselves. So to the far right.
What's good, guys? My name is that boy Makobi, and I am back. I am back. So I finally got some money and paid the producer to keep me here. So it's safe to say he's doing for the paper.
Check. He's
Doing for the paper.
But guys, as our bad voices do the thing, we're still here with a bad man, a singer, songwriter, producer, instrumentalist, apparently. The guy who has been stressed by both Maisha and Kajina. We're here with your boy, Mike Mungu.
Yeah. Hey, yo, what do you do? It's Mike Mungu here, all the way from the Kampala 256. These are the headquarters of music.
From Tinder.
Yeah. But what's up, guys? My name is Mike Mungu. For all those who may not know me, and those who do know me, please tell your friends. Mike Mungu is back.
Bad guys know you. You're a bad guy.
Yeah, they know me.
A bad man.
I don't know if they know me. I just need to keep reminding you guys.
You have to remind
I have
them
to
now,
remind you
Vio. You have to always remind them. Guys, be there forgetting.
So I'm a singer, songwriter, producer, and yes, Mark, I'm an instrumentalist. Yeah.
Guys,
Part-time
I don't tell lies.
instrumentalist.
I don't tell
Yeah,
lies. Part-time instrumentalist, full-time singer.
Full-time singer.
Welcome, Mike. Good to have you here with us.
Yeah.
Guys, Damzi went to look for Felix in the outside countries and confirmed that he's really coming back. We have to take him back to the village. We shall not allow him to prosper without us. Shout out to them, guys. Shout out to producer Hassan. Shout out to Allan doing the damn thing. Shout out to everyone who has been part of us this season that is carrying us and keeping us going. So, Mike, here at the Tribe UG Podcast, we like to start with small, no violence from the jump, like small, simple questions.
Yeah.
And the first question I would like to ask all of us, including Mr. R&B, is to name, Makobi, I'll start with you, to name maybe your two favorite, if you had to pick, I hate favorites, but if you had to pick your two favorite UG hip-hop albums.
Not hip-hop.
Hippie hopper. Yeah, I said a hop.
That's a tough one. Because there's like so many favorites and stuff. But obviously, everyone knows I'm a Mr. So UG fan. So obviously, my list is going to have more of those. So I'd say my favorite would have to be definitely the Ugandan. Yeah, I love the Ugandan. Why? Because for me, there's songs on there that there's things he talks about on that album that when I get to most of these places that he talks about, the first thing that comes to my mind is a line that he did about Tororo, for example. The time I had a gig, I think I was in Tororo going to Mbale and stuff. So as soon as I got to Tororo, like I just looked for there's a song he has, I think with what's the guy's name? Benezeri. Like I played it and it just made sense. Like I was just looking at, So and then got to Mbale, there's another song that he did with Ben Sokwe as well, which for me. And then each time I think about anything Ugandan, like it's easy for me to relate to whatever it is that he was talking about on the Ugandan. So that's why the Ugandan is one of my favorite hip hop albums. The other album that I was gonna name like two more the Myth songs, but let me keep it general. So the second one would definitely have to be Navio's Half the Legend. Yeah, I think it was a very. I still remember the day he did the I think, is it called a launch, like an album, whatever, at Katikati. I don't remember what year it was, but I know I was still very, he made it cool for us to listen to things like that. So I'd say Half the Legend and the Ugandan.
Mike, I go first or you go first? You're ready?
You want to go first?
Yeah, you give us.
I give you. Yeah. I feel like not even just for an album, but like for us as being a hip hop artist, and like in a place like Africa, I'll always like settle for the Myth, bro. The Myth is the Ugandan, first one, because releasing a second one. So the first one I feel like was like, should I say like a brick wall, like protecting me from listening to any other hip hop, like the Myth.
Wow.
Yeah. Why I say that is because that song he collaborated with Akine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hiya, Queenie.
Queen. Yeah, and then also don't you worry, So the Myth is like one of the best people for me when it comes to hip hop. So I'm obviously like. Yeah, so I'm obviously like, that's the system. Yeah?
Yes.
Man.
Yes, the brick wall. Your brick wall was the system of both songs.
It's alright. So there's that one, and then I feel like Nsoko was 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. The way he the arrangement for me, like everything. I feel like what people really underestimate when it comes to like arrangement of albums is crazy. Knowing where the first interlude goes. Knowing where, like, after that interlude, how exactly are you bringing back, like, the guys to listen? You get, because you've taken, like, a detour. And I feel like Nsoko has done that. He's very good in arrangement.
Yeah.
He's very, very good in arrangement. Yeah, those are the ones for me. Yeah.
Interesting. I like that you gave us someone that has been around for ages and someone that's brand new, because that Nsoko project was 21 after his 21st birthday.
Yeah.
So it's really, and I remember that I did talk about it on the pod when he released it, and I mentioned the arrangement as well, because that was something I found very, very dope, the way he takes us from his feelings and emotions from the beginning.
Mark, I'll cut you short. On that very album, Nsoko 21, I have a song called For Never. A song called For
Just
Never.
had to.
It's there. Just listen to it, tell me what you feel like, and yeah.
Guys are always accusing me of match fixing, but I see that Mike has come through with a match fix. Actually, he did mention that the Myth has the Ugandan 2 coming out, and of course, we saw
on the Ugandan 2, you should really be ready for that album. I just love the Myth. I just love the Myth.
We now know why you chose this album.
Bro, no, I actually love the Myth, man. This guy is, bro.
In the spirit of match fixing, the Myth, the Ugandan as well, is something that it's an album that I really listen to. But I will agree with you guys, but I'll actually want to say the Myth Destination Africa, because for me, coming from his first album into Destination Africa years later, where I'm like, oh my God, certain collaborations that were well crafted, something for everything yet again, something for Ugandans that are winning games here and he has a winner there, then something for the ladies, something like there's like poetry, there's just so much that is in that album, and of course those interludes of his that he does both like in almost every album, he has that type of interlude that's like, hey, let's first listen to everything you're saying.
I think I think one of my favorite songs of the Destination Africa album was there's a song called Ndistede.
Ndistede,
Bro.
boss, Ndistede.
Listen, when I buy my Benz, I'll just be jamming
I
to
always say
that.
that song is
Fam.
for a bad car. Like you have to be in the system just on some road trip from where you're getting it all the way to Toro. and you're like, yeah. So for me, that's one. The second one, the second one is tough because I'm trying to pick. Okay, I'm going to go. Can I do a buy one get one free on that second one, guys? Do you allow?
I mean,
okay. So my
it's you, so it's expected.
It's expected. I always have mob jazz. So I want to say Navio's, not Half the Legend, not any of the whatever. Navio's Vote, Vibes Out the East.
Yeah.
The reason is we've seen Navio for ages. He's had Half the Legend has crazy hits. He has so many bigger hits in some of the older albums, but to see this grown man from the guy we saw when he was still in school playing ball and what, to see this grown guy give us some good music with great collaborations, with putting in, again, people like Akine, again, Lagoom. It was just some great collaborations, and it was, for me, I was like, yes. He ticked the boxes. And for me, from his perspective, it's one of the easiest listens from start to finish of a Navio album. Like I get everything I want, and like from listening as an album, not some singles here that are lit as an album.
Yeah.
I enjoy that one. And my get one free still is on Mutono's Prolific, because again, I super indulged. I heavily indulged in that, and it was a good time. And for me, it was now from the young artist perspective, like listening to Nsokwa, listening to Mutono, listening to guys that are still, giving us quality, music that we can listen to end to end. So for me, that is my. I've now thought of others, but I'm like, let me relax. The vibe is forever changing.
Yeah. But just before we even go any further, I feel like, and I speak for very many fans, I do not know who Mike Mungu is. Like I just know Mike Mungu as the guy on Kajina, like with girl problems and stuff.
All those chicks whose
names are A.
The times.
So anyway, just before we delve further into the conversation, who is Mike Mungu?
Who are you? What
are you?
Actually, I always feel like this has been one of like the hardest questions for me.
Yeah.
From 2024 going downwards, like going back like the years. I feel like it has been extremely hard for me to define who I am. Then 2024 reached. Yeah. I felt like I've been a new me, so I'm going to give you two Mike Mungus. Yeah.
Before and after.
So Mike Mungu 1. I'm going to say Mike Mungu 1. This is the Mike Mungu of the Finally EP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mike Mungu 1 has mostly been was actually about, I'm saying has because I want to like continue the thing. Mike Mungu 1 was mostly about being true to knowing everything that comes around music. Yeah. Because why am I going to be an artist and I don't know what I'm doing?
So let me learn.
Exactly. So Mike Mungu 1 was someone who is very vulnerable to every situation, that is not music. You get? And making sure that those things do not... Actually, let me not say not making sure, but should I say like blocking out anything, in my entire life that was not music.
Okay.
You get? Okay. So that made me look at music in a different way.
Yeah.
Until, when you just look at music for what it is, like the art, you don't help yourself in a lot of ways as an artist. You get
Yep.
it?
Okay.
You don't help yourself as an artist. Why am I saying this? Yeah, it's that you'll only know how to create, yeah, but not how to make it make sense for you.
Yeah.
You get, and I feel like that's who I was. But right now,
Mike Mungu too.
Mike Mungu too, I'm in a state where I've understood that you need to have a bunch of other things in check.
Check.
Yeah.
Check.
No,
The paper.
a really nice song that one. But you have to like have like a lot of things, yeah. Into at least you need to know about them to understand what exactly you are doing. Yeah, which is music. And I feel like Mike Mungu is right now, I am a bad man. To begin with. Yeah, I'm a bad man. Yeah. Most know me as Uncle Maisha.
Uncle.
Some know
When
me
you
as
reach Uncle
Mr.
status.
Uncle status.
Mr. Kajina. My guys call me Uncle Maisha, bro. Some guys like I'm on a jet. Some guy shouts the uncle. Like,
So there are kids who call him.
So yeah, there's that. But I'm a bad man. I'm here. I do music, yeah. But I really make sure that why I'm doing the music is like for me. Like I tell true life stories about myself, but in melody.
So
I find it extremely.
So Kajina was a true story.
Kajina?
Yeah, it was a true story.
Yeah. Some guy.
Talk about laugh at my pain.
Some guy.
Even Maisha.
Maisha was mine.
Yeah, because Maisha, that chick.
I've over tried to like deviate from the truth. from the truth, but bruh, Maisha's, yeah. So yeah.
Okay, I like, there's something about, like you mentioned, like experiencing more or living more in other perspectives or learning more in other perspectives so that you can then, let me say, solidify or bring more concrete to the music.
Yeah.
And I do agree with that because at the end of the day, music is a way for you to express different experiences, or at least that's how I look at it sometimes. And some of the artists we enjoy the most are the ones where we're like, they're telling some story and Bambi, I believe, Bambi, that conversation left that guy,
Yeah,
Bambi, that shit happened for real, as opposed to he's just saying some stuff, you know, because some people give us some music where they're saying some stuff and we're like, yeah, cool story, bro. But like, you know, you're not, like, I'm not buying it and therefore I'm not feeling it.
They're in our circumference.
Yeah, like sometimes you don't feel motivated to go further with your listening experience because you're like, you don't really believe in what's going on. But like, yeah, so woo, la la. But like, yeah, so here we are.
Tough.
Here we are, and like, yeah. So when someone can give you, again, sometimes they can even tell a good lie, but like you're telling it in a way that I believe, because you mentioned the Finally EP.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Same for me, and shout out to Sal DJ, because one of the songs that we overlove is Let Me Know. As you know, because I have overtold. But like, it's one of those things where you're like, I'm feeling this. Like, you know, we used to finish 2 bottles of whiskey late night as we dance it off to whiskey. No, but like, yeah.
Who finishes 2 bottles of whiskey? Guys?
You really feel such things like that. You're like, oh, Bambi. Egwe, who finishes? Makobi.
Finishes 2 bottles of whiskey.
Not me.
Yeah, no, and not me, of course, Innocent Mayanja. Yes. So, Mike, as an artist, you've mentioned like this whole period where you've been doing the music and stuff like that. And something we like as fans, and something we've talked about even in the early episode, I mentioned it in episode 1 where I was saying, while we were away and off season, some of you guys were on some stages, so we got to see some people do stuff. Some of them, we might not have made it. Shout out to Ian, who never makes it. We might not have made it. He hasn't made it to season 5, but hey, we might not have made it. But like, we watched some stuff on there, like, that must have been a dope experience.
Yeah.
So like, for you, if you had to, since you've done a couple of them, Mansby is doing shows. If you've done a couple of them, if you had to pick like 3... Yeah, 2 to 3 if you have them. 2 to 3 stage performances that were like you felt were up there in like, the experience for whatever reason. Yeah, because that's what we don't know. We be on this side. Makobi busy taking you guys picks what.
I think number 3 would be opening for BN Malembe.
Ooh, shout out to Afsa. How you doing?
Yeah. That was really. It was, first of all, it was like I unlocked a new stage.
Yeah.
You know, it like in a career for me. Yeah, and like, you know, getting in the atmosphere of, you know, the area like Serena. Yeah, it was really, man, that was my first time I was inside that hall.
For real?
Yeah, and it was for performing. You get?
Alongside BN.
My
The
music.
bald man.
Yeah, man. It was for performing my music.
With
And
backups from SC. Hey, you know, Makobi and
SC is actually
advocates.
X is actually really good, man. She has a very beautiful voice. But yeah, it was that was BN. I think number 2 will be Jameson Hangout. This recent one.
I was gonna be like, which one? You done a couple of those.
Yeah, this recent one
Yeah.
that I just did in 2025. I really enjoyed myself out there, you know, and I had, for the very first time, I had a chance to like rewrite the way I was supposed to perform.
Yeah.
You know, like I orchestrated that, like the whole thing, like musically, I produced everything. So it was really, really, really beautiful. And I got to perform also an unreleased song. So it was really nice. I actually saw how it did.
Yeah, you're like crowd testing, 1 2 1 2.
And they wanted it more. And it was really nice. I think number one, I did, it was an intimate setting of Sofa.
Sofa.
Yeah. Sofa Kigali.
Hey, man's
Yeah.
man's traveling and all.
Man's international, man.
Yeah, it was Sofa Kigali, sponsored by Heineken. That was at the end of last year. It was really, really beautiful, man. Like, I got to see that if I crossed the border like this, what would like happen? And I got to see people actually singing along.
Yeah.
And that made me like if I had any ideas of quitting, not that the other day, but if I did,
If ever they were there.
if ever they were there, yeah, it's like
If three, no.
And there's a performance you had that I remember before. There's a can we name names of places?
Hasn't he?
We can name names of places. Yeah?
Must have been named sponsors. What are we saying? So let's
Anyway,
go.
there's a branch that happened at the patio. When it was still called the patio, it's now La Cueva. Hi Ninja C, send some money. Anyway, yeah, there was a brunch that happened at the patio where
The All-Star one.
the All-Star one where there was you, there was Akine, there was Joshua Baraka, there was
lineup was
that
crazy.
lineup was
That lineup was
insane.
what?
Insane. That was,
She literally like brought all of us like and just put us there.
yeah, that's I
Buy
think
one get 10 free.
that's I think one of my first times I obviously watched you perform and
Yeah.
stuff. So
Yeah.
my question is how much growth have you had from that time to
Yeah.
how you're performing now? What has changed?
Yeah.
What things have you learned along the way and things like that?
I feel like number one, I've got to understand why I'm performing.
yeah.
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 I've got to understand why I'm there.
Not just
'Cause,
for.
Yeah. Yeah, because actually people feel like a bunch of like creatives, I'm sure, because I am one. Like in my head before, in Mike Mungu one, yeah. Like when they would call me for a performance,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I would be like, I'm here on merit, which is good, yeah. But I would feel like I'm just going to like sing the songs. I get done. I'll just guys. I performed.
For the check.
I performed at this
Sorry.
place.
For the paper.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, baby, I'll come for you.
What are you saying?
my
This is
job,
what
bro.
we're using.
Yeah. So like when I understood later on in Mike Mungu too, that I'm being called to perform, but not only to perform, but to do my job.
Yeah.
You get?
Yes,
And
yes.
what is my job? But, like, you know how you ask yourself, like, what do I do? Or
Yeah.
if someone asks you, what do you do?
Yeah.
You start to question yourself why you do it.
Yeah.
You
I
get?
think that's a part most
You start to question
creatives,
yourself, like-
struggle with.
Yeah. You start to question yourself, like, why do you do it?
Yeah.
You get? Like,
Yeah.
I was watching some Trevor Noah something some time back, and he was talking about how, was it people in, is it France, who would ask you, what do you do?
Yeah.
You get? They're not asking you
Why you?
what you do. They're asking you like what do you do? Like aside like you, who are you? You get? So
Yeah.
I feel like when I got to understand that on live performance, it's not about me anymore.
It's
Like
about-
why am I doing this and who am I? A creative gives back to like the people.
To the people, yeah.
As an appreciation.
Yeah.
You get? So by the time I understood why, I am performing, yeah, that's why Jameson Hangout is like among those up my alley. Like why I believe, like when you've understood why you perform, the people will actually understand you in a different way.
True.
Because I'm singing the songs for them and they're singing back. So by the time I get the reception of they're singing back, I'm like, do I have these guys?
Let's take them.
Should I continue? Yeah, and which is something Kenneth likes doing. He likes over like teasing.
Yeah.
Likes over teasing. Some artists will come, they give you their set from number 1 to number 0. You get?
They don't let you be part of the...
You get?
Yeah.
Jameson Hangout, I purposely didn't perform to Lintinda, but I checked the crowd. Yeah? I just checked the crowd, bro. And guys sang the song back. So now I'm looking at the band manager. I'm like my guy. You get the guys like, my guy. And I'm like, my guy. And then the people are like, our guy. You guys. So when you get to understand, and when I understood why I'm performing, it made things much better. So to answer your question, from that time to right now, I've learned so much. I've learned so much that you need to go all out.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah, not shouting, but you need to make sure. It's like teaching, man. Teachers actually hustle, bro. Because it's not easy.
They go through the most.
You get
backbenchers, what?
Yeah. Keep in mind that I've just met these people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though I know you in the crowd, I do not know you, bro.
You
get, because if I do some crazy job, you're going to also come and judge me. Man, what was that? You get?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like when I understood why I perform, from that patio branch, from that very, very branch up to Jameson, it has been a journey of understanding why we perform, and then why am I creative, you know? Yeah. So it has been a very crazy journey.
You know, I've seen a couple of those performances, and I want to point out one where I was there and then one when I wasn't, which is the 2 Jameson Hangouts. The first one, of course, I was there, and I remember like the nerves, the jitters before going on, especially because it's Hangout, which is more, you're down there, we're all staring at you like, because of course in Derry, the way it's set up. And then there's, one of the things I remember is getting past that to then you say, you know what, let's do these songs, let's enjoy them, we'll figure it out along the way. One of the things I remember is, you know where guys start enjoying?
Yeah.
Then one person takes some money.
Yeah.
Then everyone is like, hey, it's allowed. Then it's like, it became and I'm like, although Mike didn't buy me drinks that day, but like, guys were, I was like, oh, I like you know when you're standing next to someone, and it became like an even me. Like everyone me too on that money, and it was a dope thing. Yeah. But what I want to point out in the second Jameson, the one that you did alongside like the Kenneths and all that, is I remember, because I wasn't there, but I remember getting so many texts. Like, yo, this one, that one, Mike, oh my God. Oh, you didn't tell me he has new music. Oh, because of course you did the unreleased. Of course I had shared with them up to, I think, Maisha and Your Body. But like they had the unreleased, and at that point, guys like, you didn't tell me about this one. And they're sending me voice notes and evidence. And like I'm holding back. Someone accused me like, man, this gatekeeping of our music. I'm like, guys, I'm sorry. Like you must enjoy that set. But I like that. And this is not just like Ugandans, these guys from Kenya are texting me, other artists are texting me. So I was just there like, hey guys, I'm already missing, I've allowed. But like you guys, it's like one. And of course there was Kenneth as well after, so even Makobi, I think at some point like, Gwe, are you here? Where are you? Like, so it was really everyone, and it was I liked that, you know, like when you're the one usually telling guys, listen to him, come to Meets and Beats, which we are hosting, and watch Mike sing. And then now you go to you get to a point where you're not the one telling them about Mike, they're now the ones telling you about it. That's the thing I like, when you get to that other side of the coin. Yeah. So that's good on you, man. Good on you.
So as fans, we, of course, for us, we don't know how much work you guys put in to put these things together. Always making noise for guys. Oh, when are you Oleta Dark up here? Like when are you releasing a new jam or a new album or whatever, or things like that. So just briefly, just run us through what the process is like, putting a body of work together, for example, like an EP or whatever. I recently saw a video on IG. I think you and the Myth you guys have a song together on the Myth's new album.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
So what's the process like of creating? Like, when do you sit down and decide and you're like, okay, this is what we'll put on the album, this is gonna happen like this?
What's actually
like
crazy is that there's like no game plan, man.
Really?
There's no game plan to arranging, like putting songs together. Because some people have an objective where they call different producers and they're like, we are going to arrange an album.
Yeah.
I call it and I be like, we are going to make an album, just the two of us. Then we shall get other artists and put them on the songs. Then the other guys would just be like, there's sometimes you just have a bunch of songs, yeah? And when you actually start to pick out different letters from your alphabet, you find out that it's like
different letters from your alphabet. Sorry, go on.
you find out that it doesn't sound better when you say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You get?
Yeah.
You may find out that A, P,
C, D,
O. Yeah, you get different things like that. You get.
Yeah,
You find that maybe in yours, Z comes first.
Yeah.
So arranging albums, there's not necessarily like. So sometimes it's just lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just lifestyle. Like you're just chilling.
Yeah.
And you're listening to, let me say, your unreleased music on like shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they all come together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
like the way you've had it, it all comes. So that's
like
just
first remove those two, then they're good.
I do that a lot, man.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Also, as a follow-up question, you've obviously done some collabs with different artists and stuff.
Yeah.
Has there been a situation where, for example, you have this beat in mind, or there's a particular song you've written, and in your mind you think maybe artist A would be good for it, and then maybe things don't work out, stuff like that?
Yeah, a lot, man. A lot of times,
Like
man.
all the time.
Like a lot of times,
Yeah.
man. Like you just.
So how do you come back from that now?
You find
The
artists.
thing is that there's actually no shame, in saying that this guy would be better suited for it.
Yeah.
There's no shame in saying it because it's going to get out there, man. And then your thought will become everyone else's thought. You get? Guys will now say, guys will actually say the same thing you said. But Mike Mungu wasn't car for it. I'm car for every verse, but Mike Mungu wasn't car for that verse.
Yeah.
Doesn't me, I'm covering.
Yeah,
But for the sake of this hypothetical,
Yes, nigga.
Like someone will say Mike wasn't okay. Mike didn't sit well.
Yeah.
You get? Mike didn't like touch bass properly, like the way we know Mike. Guys even start questioning the artist. But this guy didn't do. Kumbe, it was just a beat that didn't sit well in Mike Mungu's project.
Yeah.
But Mike didn't talk about it. Yeah.
Okay.
can I? I know the last time I gave this example, we were abused, but I want to say one. There's a new song. Guys, terms and conditions apply. There's a new song by Bowman. I think it's called Ghost Town Road or something like that. First of all, I listened to it and I told myself, I've said it, of course, over time because we've listened to a lot of Bowman, his project last year, his music as part of Schwento, his everything. And like I listened to that Ghost Town Road song and I'm like, Bowman is a great songwriter. I feel like it was like the melodies he chose, the word, like I felt it was so well crafted and put together. But then there's a part of me that was like, I wish I was hearing this being sung by someone else.
Yeah.
Like I had a like someone in mind.
Yeah.
I don't say that who, because then it will become but like it's just I wanted it in the other guy's voice. Like that particular song was just reminding me of, I was imagining someone else singing it and I was like, oh my God, this song is so great. And like if it was the other guy singing it in particular, it would be even greater. But like, and then I circled back and of course I've had some conversations with artists and stuff, and I've heard of, like I've paid attention to some of the other stuff he's written, and I'm like, this guy puts down some good
like,
music.
let me tell you,
Just that one song where I'm like,
Yeah,
now
they're
this
like
guy
songs. There are some songs I've done, they're unreleased, but they didn't sit for me, So I ended up selling them. There's some guys who sound like me. Some guys.
Name names.
Some guys sound like
We
me.
may listen to them instead. He can't give you the formula. But anyway.
So I gave them the songs, and they actually sat better. Like a song which came out last year. I'll play it for you guys.
But it came out, so
I'll
you
play
can
it
say
for you
it.
guys.
Unless the ghostwriting was on an NDA basis. Like,
Ghost
don't tell them it
town.
was me.
It goes down.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but like when you realize you're in that state, I feel like it's now about the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
You get?
I hear you.
It's much. You see, everything in the universe is actually much bigger than us when we are very humble.
Man, philosopher, I forgot to
Like
introduce
who?
him as philosopher.
when you are very humble, you won't realize how many blessings you'll get, how many things you'll do because of who you are.
Yeah.
You know, being nice is not supposed to be appreciated by people.
You're supposed to do it because that's
Because who you are.
That's who you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Not because just because who you are.
Yeah.
Like it's just there. And nice people, good things happen to them actually. Yeah. I'm not saying nice things don't happen to bad people.
It depends.
I'm not saying.
I
I'm not
mean-
saying no. Life must life, but good things actually happen to like nice people, like to a greater extent,
Eventually.
than it's happening to someone else that's doing the opposite. You get?
Okay.
Like eventually, bro.
The formula of the universe sometimes does its own.
Yeah.
Does its own mathematics.
But bro, at any point, karma has to come back for you. You can't try and I used to think it's just, but that's what it is. So going back to like arranging of an album,
Yeah.
for me, I'm gonna go. That was like in an artist perspective, but for me as a creative, I'm going to put it in I'm going to describe it in my own thing. I'm putting together an album, and
You heard it here first. Cough, cough.
I'm putting together an album that I want to release in a spectacular way, a very beautiful way. Yeah. But to release it, I had to know what I wanted. That's just for me.
Yeah.
I can actually see how the whole train is going. Yeah. I can realize that in this beat, what have I done before? This very first song, what did I do in my past projects? You get? Am I staying out this long to work on this thing only for people to realize that I've changed nothing about me? You get? In the introduction, like in the very first letters of any essay or anything. You get? Like ranging from like the topic, what it's going to be called. Yeah? Like, am I keeping up a specific thing that, or like, let me see, sprinkles that I put in my previous project? Am I bringing them back for people to understand that he's becoming a greater person like this? You get? And I feel like for me, arranging like an album, that's how it has been. So you can call me a composer, yeah, if it suits best, because that's how I arrange. Yeah, I'll see how the ending result is going to be if I accomplish the plan I have.
Yeah.
You've talked about all that, and I do remember that, of course, finally was 2023 October, and of course along the way since then, I think at the top of the year you have Dennis's project. I think you have 3 songs on that, and then you have that buy one get one free of the 2 Dennis songs later in the year. You have the Lagoon project as well. You appear on that. Of course, in Sokwas, you did mention that earlier. So
I have the Lamu project.
You have the Lamu project towards the end of the year. A bunch of nice, dope collaborations, and then you have a few others that may not have maybe made as much noise in terms of the albums that they were on.
Yeah.
But also then you have your 2 singles, Your Body and Maisha. So as much as you've been, let's say, quiet because you've called it like a break or whatever, at least there's been something. But how do you reconcile between like the full activity of, like, let's say 2023 of the album is like, the EP is coming, we're waiting for it, then it reaches finally, and then as the name, and then you have the performances and like the bien, the what, you have all that going on, and then like going
like
back
a
to the silence
depression,
and
yeah.
then relaunching or how do you go about it? Because like we talked about it on the episode with Dennis last week, from a fan's perspective, we don't know what's happening. We don't know, is there a plan? Has he given up? Oh no, he's coming back because we were seeing some songs.
Yeah.
But how do you try to find that balance, and how do you tell yourself, this is too much, or no, this one, okay, they're still good, they're still coming. How do you find that balance?
Like I was telling these guys behind the scenes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Mungu, and this is my first day in the office. Yeah, I'm back.
Mike Mungu too. Sorry,
Mike Mungu too. Mungu too. I'm back. What I can say about my silence, was that remember in Mike Mungu 1, you had to understand that life is a bit different from how you see it. Yeah. And it taught me hard. Yeah. It taught me in some ways that even me, I wouldn't understand. But merging it together and dragging it and bringing it back to who I am. Yeah. I had to understand that there are different things that come together. So that at the whole time, it made me understand, why I'm doing the music, like why I'm performing, why I'm in these different places. Because when people call you, they are putting in money and all those different things. Yeah. So when I began to appreciate that, I later on just understood, man. I understood that I have to be here, or whatever, even though, because the fans are listening to music. Yeah. No one cares why Mike Mungu is quiet. Yeah. Apart from Mike Mungu. So when Mike puts himself together, it's going to make much, much more sense. Now that Mike has put himself together, ladies and gentlemen,
Humpty Dumpty.
My name is Mike Mungu. I'm here on the podcast. Yeah, I have new music coming out. Yeah, Mark, that's the answer.
Okay,
Yeah.
we are ready. Is there, because of course, every time we have an artist, especially a young artist, it's always interesting to see and to know. If you had to pick, if you had to pick a wish list, 3 Ugandan artists, wish list of collaboration. Don't pick from the ones you've already done, that they're already done. I'm saying someone you've not yet worked with. If you had to pick a wish list of 3 Ugandan artists, who would you pick to collaborate with?
In your circumference.
Hey, he's meditating on that answer.
Overthinking it.
I'm not overthinking it.
The list may change as soon as you walk out. It's okay. There may be 10, so pick the first 3.
I feel like the first 3, number 1 is Irony Ntali. Yeah.
Okay.
I know it sounds, Irony Ntali, bro.
Love it.
The fact that she's a guitarist, I always believe people who sing and play instruments, they have an extension to something.
Sixth sense.
Yeah. They're understanding it differently than we are. So Irony Ntali is number 1. Number 2, I would definitely love to work with Maurice Curia. Yeah. Maurice Curia is it's really good. And I feel like number 3, let me pick for you number 3.
That's always the last one where you realize, snap, my list is done and I have these people left.
No, my list is not done.
No, I'm saying I have these people left and I only have one more answer to give. So you're like, which one do I pick? But yes, maybe they're listening. So look.
The guys who the guys I've worked with that I wanted to work with, and now I've worked with them. But actually, Elijah Chitaka. Yeah. Elijah Chitaka.
You want to do something unusual.
Yeah. Yeah. Elijah Chitaka is good.
Hey.
Yeah, speaking about artists, Mr. Mike Mungu too.
Yeah.
Which artists or singers do you think in Uganda do you think are very underrated and people need to pay much more attention to?
Yeah, if you have to put people on, even if they may know them, even if they've been there, as long as Mike feels like people are not listening to this guy.
Not listening to this person. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who are those guys? Give us maybe 3.
Because this season we've been very intentional about Yeah, man, there are all these guys. It's not the other guys who texted me that I'm keeping music. They don't come back for me. So my mom might tell them who should
I
they
feel like
be
number
listening?
one is Kyle Simboa.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Simboa. Number two,
The person.
yeah, that's his EP. Kyle Simboa. Number two is I feel like if you give more time to Niwe Akine, you'll understand what she's singing. She's really beautiful.
Makobi is happy.
You think guys don't give her enough
Great.
attention?
Some people.
You said underrated.
Okay.
Yeah. Number three is Mike Mungu.
Straight fire.
Wow.
Straight
Oh,
fire.
guys, my name is Mike Mungu.
Let's
I'm
go.
an artist. I sing. Yeah. I feel like if the list is to go on, need to give time to Bibi. Need to give time to Sente. Need to give time to Mutono. Yeah. But those are some artists who should give themselves time. Give us time.
They should give
Like
What do
Mike
you
Mungu.
mean?
Like Mike Mungu. I'm back, guys. I'm here.
Yes, man.
Promotion doesn't
Yes.
have a limit.
Yes, it's Dennis say things.
Yeah, they're here trying to take us in whatever. Say what you're saying.
Yeah.
But yes, some
and
of
of
you
course-
give yourself time also.
Of course, the choir master, Joshua Baraka.
Choir master.
Keep listening. So yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. You mentioned Irene, and let me first get you here because we need something for the people there. You know, you mentioned Irene, and it's very interesting for me. Like when I'm talking to young artists, it's like the Morris career thing, and I was literally talking about this yesterday with someone, and it surprises me or impresses me when I see certain younger artists like attached to something from an older artist, because sometimes that disconnect, like sometimes, like especially the people who are active and heavy outside the social media era, prime social media, sometimes there's a disconnect between what some of the younger people are listening to. So when I hear like a lot of you, let's say, I mean, I've had you, Sean Main, Baraka himself, Cohen, I've had a number of you mention like this Maurice Kyria thing, and I always find that fascinating when there's that, you know. And now in the same way, you've now caught me off guard with Irene, because it's again not one of those that I usually expect to hear from a much younger artist. It's very interesting for me. And this is where I put you on the spot and say, if you had to pick an Irene Ntale song to cover, and if you can answer me by semi half covering it.
You see, Mark's questions are traps. Bro.
Why does everyone always
Mark
accuse me of
traps
trapping
you.
them?
How?
Okay, fine. I'm going to answer this question. Okay?
Answer it.
And then you'll see.
Yeah.
Same beta. Irene entirely.
No, I want you to answer it the way I want you to answer it.
Same
This is it's a trap. It's a trap.
So
Fall in
same
it.
beta by Irene entirely is really a nice song. I'll give you a little teaser of why I like this song. She sang it in a way that it could be, you know, duplicated in many ways. Yeah. But if I were to cover an Irene Ntale song, it would be Same Beta. This is Same Beta, a cover, Irene Ntale by Mike Mungu.
2.
Mike Mungu.
Mike Mungu. Let's go.
Same Beta funane wotula bino siri tamu kubyokera. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You guys are over refusing like it's your voice.
It's your voice. Wow.
When you figure out who you're doing it for and why you are doing it, our man, the guy.
Man. I actually don't know the lyrics properly, but let me promise something.
Yeah.
After doing this pod, I'm going to give you guys a cover featuring Tribe UG.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
So
after this video,
stay tuned.
give it some time.
Then it will come on.
Some 2 seconds. And then you never know Irene Ntale is around. You never know.
Still talking about artists. Who is Mike Mungu listening to in 2025?
In
So
2025,
far.
I'm listening to Joe Duet Filet.
You're welcome.
And I'm not just listening to the Joe. I'm listening to the real man them.
Yeah.
Those albums, Joe, bro. Oof. If you don't understand what I'm saying, go and look for a song called Detail.
Listen.
Go and listen for a song called La Vie. There's a song called Merci what? Merci.
And it's just on it's the end of disc 1 of
but
the album.
just search Merci by Joe Detfile. You'll understand. Yeah, that's number 1. Number 2, I'm listening to a lot of Brent Fires. Yeah. I'm listening to a lot of Brent Fires. You should listen to Sonda. It's really good. I've been listening to the structure of how Tyler arranged her album. Yeah. I've been listening to and I'm still listening to Bien's Alusa Wae Topless.
Bruh.
That's our jam. Makobi and I have given you won. You won Makobi and I we listened to that.
Alusa Wae Topless. Yeah.
He has a I think he's working on a new one called Alusa Continua.
Yeah. It's crazy.
He has already won. Alusa Continua.
But that guy is here. He's here to stay. If you want him to go, sorry. Yeah, so that's Bien, man. The man name, the bold man. Yeah, that's what I've been listening to. I feel like I fell back into Ugandan music on a freeze. I didn't listen to it last year.
Okay.
But when this year began, I said, let me listen to a free. And as I was listening to a free, I fell on Anna Makula. Yeah. Really good music.
I watched Anna Makula the other weekend for the very first time. It was
beautiful.
It was nice.
Yeah.
Like there's a song I think it's called I don't know that I'm not sure I keep messing up I think the Psalms 23 the one where she says Abesiga mukama teba wangu or something like that. So she did that and the whole church was singing she was literally just giving them the mic like so and they were just doing it was so beautiful, man.
She's really a problem. Wow.
Yeah, she's fire.
It's very, very interesting to me to see first of all what people are listening to, because of course anyone who has been around me, whether it's the office or whatever, everyone knows that I've suffocated them with Joe Detfile as well. That man understands the assignment. For the rest of you who are watching, that's the guy who has given you that for Kampe that all of you are whatever. So this is the same album that has that, but he has some good music on there. Of course, again, you've mentioned Bien and that album, which Makobi and I think we have a number of tweets where we're randomly going off on some of those songs because the man just released
Imagine me,
great
Bien, and
project.
Joe Detfile on one song.
Speak it into existence.
Problems.
Joe Detfile. Wow.
I mean, take out of this.
Man, you put it in the universe. Let the universe pick it up.
I think Felix can make it happen.
That's why he's currently
globetrotting.
So Felix, you know what to do. Damzi told us he has some friends in high places, so let's make sure those places. But also, like when you guys go to I don't know, France or Haiti or wherever the video will be, don't forget to take us. Makobi will take some cool pics of us. Me, I'll just be there with my shades.
Buddying.
You know what I'm trying to say. But so producer Hassan will also come and make sure the sound is on check and everything.
In other words, he's saying the other guys shooting that video.
The Tribe UG press play, that's one of our properties. Check out the videos we've shot. Akine with Henry Tigan, Mutono Colors, Mutono and listen guys, just check out the work. Wake. Hey, Mwana Wake at the original. We have some work there, guys. Don't forget. Check it out. And coming soon, Mike Mungu, Bien, and
Joe Detfile.
And in case you've forgotten, this is Mike Mungu.
Mike Mungu.
He's a singer.
Forgotten. This is my episode.
We are sorry.
Yes, sir. We are sorry.
We are here just going along.
I've been calling your landline for 2 months.
Producer Hassan wasn't picking your calls.
Producer Hassan never picks up calls.
For those who don't know Producer Hassan, ladies and gentlemen, there's some guy who's big. Whenever he greets me, likes beating me. I just want to put it out there. Hassan, wherever you are, stop beating me, bro.
Wow.
But he's a really nice producer. He beats those guys who don't go into line. So
guys are going to get scared.
I've been stubborn a bit. But yeah.
But my Mike Mungu too understood that yes, the beating was for a reason.
Yeah,
and
man.
here we are. He's seated next to us.
Yeah.
if I don't know, like again from the whole live experience, because you've grown in your own experience as a performer, and you've seen like coming from doing some random thing here to another random one there to then getting on the right stages and growing with it through and through. Along the way, you've seen other artists that maybe might inspire and that you advise maybe some young artists. Let's say Kyle, for instance. I've not seen him perform, even though I've seen like live videos here and there on his Instagram. I've not seen him actually perform live, and I'm sure there are many others that you get a chance here and there along the way, and you feel like I've seen Jiran saying like only twice, I think, no, 3 times, and then the others you see barely, or you reach when it's done, or you miss out because it's somewhere you can't reach. So anyway, all in all, who would you advise or tell people that check out this person live on the stage? Who do you think guys need to see live, whether it's fans or fellow artists or you yourself again? Like maybe you've seen them before and you can't wait to see them again. So who do you think guys should, again, 3, let's say 3. Okay, do I give you 4?
I've not seen Kyle perform.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
What
from
do you think
listening-
Style should see? What do you think we should see?
I feel like I want to see Kyle perform for me. And I feel like everyone would love that performance. Like if Kyle performs, it would be like that music. It would be crazy. I feel like people should watch Anna Makula perform.
Yes.
You get it?
Yes.
For those of you who haven't watched Mike Mungu performing,
You feel like they should watch him.
you should watch me
They
perform.
need to be serious.
Yeah, I have a show. I don't know when this comes out. Soon. But I have very many shows lined up for you guys. I have very many shows lined up for you guys. So yeah. Let me see. We should keep getting enough of BB. Also, after watching Damzi's Blankets and Wine performance, Damzi should just pop up somewhere.
Extra
Just
pressure.
show up. Just show up, man.
Festival Damsey.
Yeah.
Festival Damsey.
Yeah, she knew I was going to be around today, so she hid. So, Damzi, please, perform that song.
You know, Makobi, if you had to answer the same question and tell people, like some of the people you've seen who you think, guys, my blueprint for a dope-ass performance is so and so and so and so, which names are you giving us that we need to check out and or you would like to see again as well?
Obviously, she doesn't really perform, because most times when I watch her, she's like backing up for an artist or something like that.
Oh,
But my girl Essie,
yeah, immediately.
Does SE have music out?
I've looked, but
Okay, so there's an Akadope album, and the first song on there is Essie Solo. It is one of my favorite things, and like I will always say, when I listen to it, I just start picturing it in like Pocahontas. And she's there standing, and like the wind is blowing Pocahontas, and the dry leaves are flying away like that. I see that song. It's called Believe. I see that song. That's how I picture.
she has a song.
This is
There's
Believe.
a song she did. I think I don't know what show it is, but Aquadope was playing at. There's a song she did in Nyankode. I keep forgetting the title, but she sounded so nice until my heart got broken when I found out she hasn't recorded it.
So that's the same thing at Expression. But she has music coming because she gave us a dope Expression set.
Yeah.
And for us to be losing our minds watching someone who basically none of the songs are out except the last one, because she did Shut It Down with Code.
Yeah.
And she also gave me My Believe Live, so that was great. But like other than that, the rest of her set was songs that were unreleased.
Yeah.
For the place to run mad. The Expressions timeline for the next 3 weeks was just guys posting SE content and then Expressions reposting it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she was between Yvonne Kushe and Elijah Chitaka. So there's obviously enough. I have Elijah content, but like in the SE moment, guys made a repeat songs that we didn't know already.
Yeah.
We didn't know the songs in the first place, but now we are loving them so much that we're like, go on and do it again. And so it was really, really, really dope. And I can't wait. There was a I call it a Chiga rock song. There's a song that was Chiga style, but
rockish.
You guy. I was like, what are we doing? Like this girl. I can't wait. SC, extra pressure again.
So SC, and then I'd say Anna Makula, obviously. I watched her for the first time again last week and I was blown away, man. I was impressed. So I think people need to check her out as well. And then another person that I think people need to watch perform is the girl them, Kamanzi. Yeah, Kamanzi sings nice, man. Like Kamanzi is the only... I think Kamanzi is the only artist. Like when she's singing, I don't even sing in the videos when I'm recording because like she's just perfect, bro. Yeah, so those three, I'll stick with those three.
Kamanzi is so beautiful.
Mike has gotten lost in that. Wow.
In her voice.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, that's what we made.
Like, I mean, what else?
You guys are just bullying me. In her voice, like how she sings, man.
Well, to avoid the pressure, let's
And
go
you
to
guys
my
put
list.
me in the middle, bro.
No, but like me, of course, everyone knows anytime, anywhere, all the time. Yes, if you have another one tomorrow, you go again. Freaking Kenneth Mugabe, because like what is going on? I can't run mad. Like I always say, it annoys me how much I end up fanboying. You know when you go on hard guy, you follow that people are seeing you're here with Kobo saying, then now you start fanboying because Kenneth is like he just said one man is and you lost your mind. And you know his thing, like
You lose your morals.
He's just saying one word, not even one line. You're saying one word and first pause and say, first collect yourself. Guys, first read.
You lose all your home training.
You lose your home training. Like the one we did with producers and the first Jameson he did where he just came after not playing, was like he's just playing his guy, playing, and he comes and just says, take me back, and then he first walks away. Like, you guys sort yourselves. Niggas are falling, people are crying, security is confused. But like for me, it's just that performance, that thing of here, I'm on stage, see me, I'm the one.
Yeah.
But didn't you want to see Mike Mungu perform? When is the last time you saw Mike Mungu perform?
When he was
At
last
Jameson.
hiding. Sorry. He was a Jameson. Don't try and prove me. I got you. He was one of the people who was also texting me at Jameson, this Makobi Manzia. He was also telling
Jameson.
me, hey, Mike is doing the thing. I would say Lillian Mbabazi because of the fact that, and we were just watching her conversations just before this, and one of the things for me is the fact that however many times I've seen you, she'll find a way to surprise you with something new. So like when she gives that New Orleans vibe on that kawa, for me it's like listen, like this is how she started.
The thing with Lillian is like she's doing the same songs and you've had these songs over and over again. And yet for some reason there's always something new that she comes up with, which is really, really brilliant. Like
it's really crazy. Even when we had her last time at Smack League, shout out to the Alks, champions. But like when we had her at Smack League, she's performing and she brings in, like at some point she's going to do her song with like Blue 3 Radio, and then she calls Cohen, who had performed just before her. He's there. He's literally next to me. We are at the front. All Lillian, and then he's there on his fanboy trip. He's enjoying. Lillian like, Cohen, I want you to come sing this one with me.
Is that the same one where she called Kamanzi as well?
No.
There's one she called Kamanzi as well.
But Kamanzi, that one they're used to because, of course, all the work they've done together, Lillian, Sundowners, Kamanzi, those have many editions. So I don't even know which one you're on. But like still, she calls up Cohen, and that extra flavor of this guy has just performed before her because the set was Jeffers, Cohen, Lillian and the band. So like Cohen has gone off. He thinks his job is done for the night. He's like, no, come back. Come back. And it was so dope. And shout out Cohen for being ready because he's calling you to do radio's part and then the one's MIA. But he had it. So it was really, really, really dope. So for me, those two, for me, are my ultimate performers. I really lose my mind. And yeah, and don't forget to watch Mike Mungu. He has many shows coming
Coming
and he'll stay ready for you.
Mark, just before we close,
Yes.
Mike Mungu,
Yeah.
what are you currently, what are you working on apart from the shows and stuff? What's going on just before
What's cooking?
What's cooking, man?
Before we go into the outro section.
I have
Yeah.
a song titled Falling that drops June, which obviously this episode should be out by then. So yeah,
Yes.
it drops this month, June. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear that, because from there, it steps onto something extremely beautiful that even I
You're not ready for the beauty. Oh, but you're
cannot-
ready.
I'm ready. When a crown is put on top of a king,
Let's go.
Madag.
Okay.
Madag.
just put his chin up so the crown don't fall.
You know what I mean?
I am dead.
Yeah, so I'm ready, man. Give me the heat, bro.
This
Give me the heat.
Mike Mungu too. Are we ready? Because but talk your shit, man. Talk your shit.
Yeah.
all this time he has been there. Maisha has been causing problems. What?
Yeah.
But it seems like once again he is falling because falling
Yeah.
in love is too easy. But
You
anyway.
guys know how nice it is
To fall.
to be in that point
okay.
of falling in love. No, that's that point where you feel like right now, not even Manu can give me stress.
I relate.
Our
These
resident
guys-
lover
guys-
boy.
Because you're a
tell
Manu
us.
fan, right?
No, I'm not.
Our resident lover boy, tell us.
I relate. I feel it. These guys don't, so.
Because you're a Manu fan, right?
No, I'm not.
First of all, leave us.
Oh yeah, because you're a Manu fan,
Leave
right?
us, please. Leave
Yeah.
us.
So
We win when we want.
I feel like that's what Falling is going to be about. That is what Falling is going to be about. And
Okay.
it was produced by Danny Beats.
I thought boy Mand. No, sorry.
Danny Beats. Yeah, it was produced by Danny Beats and an interesting Rwandan producer. So very interesting. You guys know him. But yeah, that's what Falling is going to be about. And I want you guys to fall in love with it with me.
All right.
Let's share the song. And yeah.
Ooh. Then, of course, as earlier announced, you do have that Zemis music on the Ugandan too.
Yeah. You guys should
By
watch
the
out
way,
for that one, by the
Tom
way.
the Myth Mayanja, I'm going all government names. When is the album dropping? You're releasing for us content, but we're not seeing a date. We want
Man,
to
just dropping videos.
I
What?
tell you guys, Mike Mungu is there. Oba who is there? We want
Also, me, I don't know that date.
Feda, we are here asking
I don't know that
ourselves.
date.
We should probably call him here for an episode, so we ask him.
We
Squeeze it
ask-
properly.
Like, be like, hey, this one will bully us. You think we are bullying Mike? The
I shall
other one will
ask
bully
him.
us back.
Yeah, you guys should call him.
He'll bully us back. So, interesting.
Yeah.
I want to ask some randomness as we get out of here.
Okay.
There's some randomness as we always do, and I'm going to cook it for you as we go. Brace for impact, and I think it's easy. So
Okay.
first, reading or writing,
Writing.
keyboard or piano, and I don't mean the one Hades plays.
Piano.
Sorry, guitar or piano.
Because you know a keyboard and a piano.
Yeah, I do, but I wanted to go strings or keys.
Keys.
Mike Keys. I got the keys.
Oh.
Steve Keys out there looking like, hey. Kajina or Tulintinda?
Tulintinda.
Interesting. Maisha or your body?
Maisha.
That is usually suffer when picking their songs. This man has the answers on the team.
Smells just.
They are expected some terms and conditions. One last one. Since a lot of them have been okay, so collaboration with Morris or collaboration with Irene?
Collaboration with Irene.
That was quick.
Damn,
again.
that was quick.
Well, I guess, guys, you've heard it here. It's been a good time chatting with you. Season 5, episode 3. We've had a good time. Shout out to everyone that's been watching, everyone that's been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, doing the damn thing, and making sure you.
Collaboration
The
with
guys who
Morris,
asked for Makobi to say, shout out to you guys. You.
Wait. Hold up. Twin of the week.
You want to give us one?
Just one. I won't even talk about the negative stuff because
Hey, give us a win
Anyway.
before we go.
Ninja C.
Oh.
yeah, Ninja C tweeted about me, you guys. Told these guys to keep me here because I'm cool and I'm dope.
She told
So
us.
shout out to you, Ninja C.
So yes, like I said, the people who are out there keeping Makobi here, like Ninja C, shout out to all you guys. Wow. I think there was a DJ Boogie comment on the Dennis video where he's like, yes, Makobi should stay.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, there's a
I
bunch
saw
of
recently
people.
on that,
So yeah, all you guys are saying Makobi should stay. Yes. We
I love
thank
it.
you.
I love it.
We shall keep him until you guys tell us otherwise. When he starts getting out of character and losing his way. Thank you, Mike,
It's
for
crazy
coming
because
through
I
and
remember-
rocking with us.
Yeah, it's
You
crazy.
want-
I remember.
Eh.
I think which video was it? There's a YouTube podcast. I don't know if it's Tribe or Expressions. So something there where they're talking about a recap of the year, and Ninja C actually like told people to watch out for me. And I dropped an EP the next year.
Yes, I was there. I was with her.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So yeah.
I remember Dennis was there.
Yeah,
right?
me, Ninja,
so yeah, shout out to
Dennis,
Ninja
Chef
C.
Barry. Ninja is doing it for the industry then. But yes, shout out to everyone who's been with us. Thank you, Mike, for rocking with us. Guys,
Yeah.
see you in the next one.
In the next one.
No, Mike, you want to be back. Okay, let's go.